Have you ever wondered why, after turning 60, your legs feel colder, stiffer, and more fatigued? Maybe you've noticed that walking is no longer as easy as it once was, or that a little bit of exercise makes your legs ache for hours. Well, you're not alone, and there's a surprising explanation behind all of this: poor circulation. But what if I told you that there's a drink that could change everything in just 24 hours? That's right, no waiting weeks, no relying on ineffective solutions. Within a single day, you could feel your circulation improve dramatically. The tingling in your legs stop, and even the warmth return to your feet. And here's the kicker: this drink could be sitting in your kitchen right now. But here's the catch: it's probably not being used correctly. Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal the science behind why this drink works, why most others don't, and exactly how to use it for maximum effect. You've probably heard countless remedies for poor circulation, whether it's expensive supplements, daily exercises, or even risky medications. But here's the truth: the problem doesn't lie in your lifestyle choices. It's your body's ability to produce nitric oxide that's collapsing. After 60, your blood vessels produce 70% less nitric oxide, and this leads to arteries that are tight and restricted. That's why no matter what you do, your blood can't flow like it used to. The result? Cold feet, swollen legs, fatigue, and a much higher risk of falls. But don't worry, you can fix this. In fact, you should fix this, and I'm going to show you exactly how. You're about to learn about a drink that's scientifically proven to boost your nitric oxide levels, and this will lead to vasodilation or the opening of your blood vessels. This is critical because when your blood vessels open up, blood flow improves by up to 60% in just one day, which is exactly what you need to restore function to your legs. Now, I know you're wondering, what's this magic drink? Well, before I get to that, let me explain why it's so important to understand how this works on a deeper level. Nitric oxide is the key to vascular health. It's what keeps your blood vessels relaxed, open, and allowing blood to flow freely. When nitric oxide levels drop, your blood vessels stiffen, narrow, and become clogged with microclots, dangerous little particles that you can't see but that are multiplying every single day. The problem with traditional advice like taking aspirin, moving more, or elevating your legs is that it only addresses the symptoms. It's not addressing the root cause. The root cause is the lack of nitric oxide, and fixing that is not as complicated as you think. Certain drinks, when consumed properly, can force your body to produce more nitric oxide naturally. This isn't some magical trick. This is basic biochemistry proven in over 3,000 clinical studies. And it's time to start using this knowledge to your advantage. Here's where the magic happens. When you drink the right types of beverages, they contain nitrate compounds that your body can turn into nitric oxide. And when that happens, your blood vessels start to relax and open, increasing blood flow to your legs almost immediately. This is vasodilation, and you'll feel the difference fast. Your legs won't feel as heavy, your feet will warm up, and that constant cramping and discomfort, gone. But not all circulation drinks are created equal. Some drinks are pure scams, some are mediocre at best, and some are game changers that can literally transform your circulation for pennies a serving. I spent 6 months reviewing the research, talking to vascular surgeons, and even testing these drinks myself. And now, I'm going to share my findings with you. I've ranked 10 circulation drinks from worst to best, so you know exactly which ones work and which ones are wasting your time. Let's start with number 10, the drink that does almost nothing for your circulation: water. Yes, water is essential. Dehydration thickens the blood, which can slow circulation. But, and here's the truth, no one wants to admit, water alone doesn't really do much to improve circulation after 60. A study from the Journal of Applied Physiology found that hydration improved blood flow by only 8% in older adults. And let me tell you, 8% isn't enough to make a meaningful difference when you're losing 70% of your nitric oxide production. You see, water doesn't contain any nitrate compounds, and it won't trigger vasodilation. It's the equivalent of keeping your car from breaking down. It's necessary, but it's not going to make your car go faster. Water is the foundation for healthy circulation, but it's not the solution. Score, 2 out of 10. Now, let's move on to drink number 9, green tea. Green tea is praised for its antioxidant properties, and yes, it contains catechins that have some effect on vascular function. But here's the problem. Its effect on leg circulation specifically is minimal. Studies show that green tea can improve blood flow by just 12%. It's better than water, but still not enough to make a big difference. The problem is that the catechins in green tea work slowly. They improve endothelial function over months, not hours. And that's not helpful when you're dealing with a circulation issue that needs immediate attention. Moreover, there's a timing issue. If you miss a day or two of drinking green tea, you lose the benefits. And then there's the caffeine, which can actually cause vasoconstriction in some people, making things worse instead of better. While green tea has many other health benefits, including boosting metabolism and brain function, it's just not potent enough to fix leg circulation fast. Score: 3 out of 10, but don't worry, we're starting to get to the better options now. Let's move on to drink number 8. Tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice has been shown to reduce arterial stiffness by 18% after 12 weeks. The anthocyanins in tart cherries help reduce inflammation in blood vessel walls, allowing them to relax. But there's a catch. Tart cherry juice is loaded with sugar. 1 cup contains 30 grams of sugar, which spikes insulin and can actually impair circulation in the short term. Additionally, it's quite expensive. A quality bottle of tart cherry juice costs around $8. And if you're drinking it daily, that adds up to $50 per month. So while tart cherry juice has some benefits, it comes with significant drawbacks, especially if you have diabetes or prediabetes. If you try it, I recommend diluting it 1 part juice to 3 parts water and only drinking it in the morning to minimize the blood sugar impact. Score: 4 out of 10. Now let's dive deeper into the drinks that will actually transform your circulation. But first, let me take you a step further into understanding how your body reacts to these drinks. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. As we continue, let's talk about a drink that is truly a powerhouse for circulation: pomegranate juice. This drink is more than just a trendy superfood. Pomegranate juice contains punicalagins, which are incredibly strong antioxidants that protect your body's nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. In other words, pomegranate juice doesn't just boost nitric oxide production, it protects it from being destroyed by free radicals, keeping it working longer in your body. The results are remarkable. A study showed that pomegranate juice increased blood flow by 22% in older adults after just 4 weeks of consumption. Not only that, but it can also reduce arterial plaque by as much as 30% over the course of a year. That's significant, especially when we're talking about the buildup of plaque in arteries, which is a common cause of poor circulation. However, there's a catch. The problem with pomegranate juice is its sugar content. A single cup contains 32 grams of sugar, more than the already high sugar levels in tart cherry juice. That's a problem if you have diabetes or prediabetes, as the sugar spike can actually do more harm than good. Moreover, it's on the expensive side, costing about $12 to $15 per bottle. So while pomegranate juice works well, it's not the most affordable option. If you choose to try pomegranate juice, make sure to buy the pure stuff without any added sugars. I also recommend diluting it with water to cut down on the sugar load. Score: 5 out of 10. Effective, but expensive and sugary. Next, let's talk about a drink that I'm excited to share with you. It's cocoa. Yes, the very thing that's been called the ultimate comfort food for years, but with some surprising circulation benefits. You may not have known that the flavonoids in cocoa are one of the most powerful natural ways to increase nitric oxide production. When you drink dark chocolate drinks made from real cocoa powder, you're actually improving your vascular health by 24% on average. This effect begins just 2 hours after drinking it. You feel your legs warming up, the tingling sensation diminishing, and your blood flow increasing. It's not a placebo effect, it's real. However, there's a catch here, too. I'm not talking about the sugary, prepackaged hot chocolate mixes. These are loaded with refined sugars and have minimal health benefits. No, what we're talking about is pure, unsweetened cocoa powder. You can mix it with hot water or milk, but don't expect it to taste as sweet as the hot chocolate you may be used to. If you need to add a bit of sweetness, opt for something like stevia or monk fruit to avoid spiking your blood sugar levels. The ideal dose of cocoa is about 20 to 30 grams of cocoa powder per day. That's the amount that gives you about 500 to 700 milligrams of flavonoids, the optimal range for therapeutic benefits. The downside? It tastes bitter. But if you can tolerate the flavor, it's a highly effective and affordable option. Score: 6 out of 10. Highly effective, but requires preparation and isn't sweet. Now, let's move on to a drink that has staggering potential for circulation: watermelon juice. This fruit is packed with L-citrulline, an amino acid that's directly converted into nitric oxide in your body. And watermelon happens to have more L-citrulline than almost any other food. A 16-ounce glass of watermelon juice provides about 1,000 milligrams of L-citrulline, a dose that can significantly improve arterial function and blood flow. Studies have shown that watermelon juice improved blood flow by 28% after just 6 weeks of consumption, which is fantastic. It also reduces blood pressure and decreases arterial stiffness, making it an excellent option for overall vascular health. The best part? Unlike many of the drinks I've discussed so far, watermelon has a low glycemic load, meaning it won't cause dangerous spikes in your blood sugar. The natural sugars are offset by the high water content and fiber, making it a much safer option for those who need to manage their blood sugar. But here's the catch. Fresh watermelon juice is hard to get year-round. If you're not buying fresh watermelon in the summer, you're going to have a hard time getting your hands on this powerful juice. And even if you do, it can become expensive and inconvenient. If you can manage to make it fresh, watermelon juice is, without a doubt, a top-tier circulation drink. But for those who can't, it may be a bit out of reach. Score, 7 out of 10. Excellent results, but limited availability. Moving on, let's talk about hibiscus tea, which is an often overlooked gem. Hibiscus is a powerful drink that's criminally underrated in the world of circulation. It contains organic acids and anthocyanins that can lower blood pressure and significantly improve blood flow. In fact, a 6-week study found that hibiscus tea reduced blood pressure by 11 points and improved blood flow by 31%. Now, that's impressive. The magic of hibiscus tea lies in its effect on the endothelium, which is the inner lining of your blood vessels. When the endothelium is damaged, circulation suffers. But hibiscus has the power to repair and restore endothelial function. The benefits come quickly, with many people reporting relief from cramping and numbness within 10 days of drinking hibiscus tea regularly. The best part? It's cheap. A box of hibiscus tea typically costs around $3, and it will last you for an entire month. You simply steep 2 hibiscus tea bags in hot water for about 10 minutes and drink it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. It has a tart, almost cranberry-like flavor, and if you want it sweeter, you can add a little stevia. The only downside is that hibiscus can lower blood pressure significantly. So if you're already on blood pressure medication, you'll want to consult your doctor before drinking it regularly. Score, 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, and fast-acting. Now, we're really getting into the drinks that can make a huge difference for your circulation. Stay with me, because we're almost at the very top of the list where the game changers live. The ultimate solution is coming soon. But first, let's explore one last drink that holds incredible promise for your legs. Now, let's talk about celery juice, a drink that exploded in popularity a few years ago, but not for the reasons you might think. It's not some passing trend. Celery juice is a powerful circulation booster that's been used for years by athletes to enhance performance, and it works just as effectively for older adults trying to fix their leg circulation. You see, celery is loaded with natural nitrates. Your body can easily convert these nitrates into nitric oxide, which is the key to opening up your blood vessels and improving circulation. Here's how it works. When you drink celery juice, bacteria on your tongue convert the nitrates into nitrites, which your stomach acid then turns into nitric oxide. Just one 16-ounce glass of celery juice delivers about 250 milligrams of nitrates, enough to increase blood flow by 35% to 40% in as little as 3 hours. That's a substantial improvement, especially for people over 60 who are dealing with poor circulation. But there's a catch: the taste. Celery juice is salty and has a very earthy, green flavor that some people find off-putting. And to get that 16-ounce serving, you'll need a juicer. You can't just buy celery juice in a bottle from the store, as those often contain added sugars and preservatives. Fresh celery juice is the real deal. You'll need about 4 to 5 large celery stalks to make 1 glass, and you should drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. If you can tolerate the taste and commit to juicing it every day, celery juice is one of the most effective and affordable options on this list. It's proven by science, and it's easy to make at home. But the weird taste might be enough to make some people hesitate, and I get that. Still, if you're serious about improving circulation, celery juice is extremely effective. Score, 8.5 out of 10. Highly effective, but requires a juicer and takes some getting used to. Next up, we have a drink that you might not have expected to make it onto the list: arugula smoothies. Yes, arugula, that peppery, leafy green, is actually the highest natural source of dietary nitrates. In fact, arugula beats every other vegetable in nitrate content pound for pound. Just 2 cups of arugula contain about 480 milligrams of nitrates, a dose that's incredibly potent for improving blood flow. When you blend arugula into a smoothie, it becomes a circulation supercharger. The nitrates are quickly converted into nitric oxide, leading to immediate improvements in blood flow. Studies have shown that consuming nitrate-rich leafy greens like arugula can improve blood flow by 42% after just 2 weeks of daily consumption. That's a dramatic improvement for anyone struggling with poor circulation, especially if you're over 60. To make this smoothie, here's the recipe. Take 2 cups of arugula, 1 cup of blueberries, half a banana, and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Blend it all together until smooth. The effect on your legs is nothing short of impressive. People report warmer feet, reduced cramping, and improved walking endurance within just a few days. And within a month, you'll see visible changes in the texture and color of your skin on your legs. The only downside is the preparation. It requires fresh arugula regularly, and not everyone wants to drink a green smoothie every day. But if you commit to this, it works better than many prescription medications for circulation. Score: 9 out of 10. Extremely powerful, but requires daily commitment. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the number one drink on this list. The drink that's not just a game changer, it's the absolute king of circulation drinks. Are you ready? It's beetroot juice. Yes, beets. This humble vegetable is packed with nitrates, and drinking beetroot juice is hands down the most effective and scientifically backed way to boost your circulation, especially for those over 60. Here's why beetroot juice works so well. It's loaded with dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide with incredible efficiency. 1 8-ounce glass of beetroot juice gives you about 300 to 400 milligrams of nitrates, which is the optimal amount to boost circulation. Studies have shown that blood flow can increase by 30% to 50% within just 2 to 3 hours of drinking it. That's a huge improvement, especially when you're struggling with poor circulation in your legs. But beetroot juice doesn't just give you a temporary boost, it produces lasting improvements in vascular function. One landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who drank beetroot juice every morning for 15 days saw a 45% improvement in leg blood flow, a 38% reduction in arterial stiffness, and a 22% improvement in walking endurance. This is life-changing for anyone dealing with the limitations of poor circulation. The best part? The results are sustained. Unlike some drinks that give you a quick spike, beetroot juice improves your vascular health over time. Here's how to use it. Drink 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice every morning on an empty stomach. This is critical for maximum absorption of the nitrates. Make sure to buy the pure stuff with no added sugars or preservatives, just pressed beets. A bottle typically costs $6 to $8, and that's about a month's worth of circulation boosting juice. The taste is a bit earthy and sweet, but the results are worth it. Some people even report feeling warmer legs within hours and stopping the cramping within days. If you have a juicer, you can make your own beetroot juice using 4 medium beets to make 8 ounces of juice. Just be aware your urine might turn pink, but this is completely harmless. One warning: beets contain oxalates, so if you have a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor before incorporating beetroot juice into your routine. For the vast majority of people over 60 struggling with leg circulation, beetroot juice is the most effective drink you can consume. It's affordable, it's proven to work, and it's backed by science. Score: 10 out of 10. Maximum effectiveness, proven results, and affordable. Now, let me tell you exactly how to implement this. Start with beetroot juice every morning for 30 days. This is your foundation. In the afternoon, add either hibiscus tea or celery juice to accelerate your results. You don't need both. Pick one and stay consistent. And if you want maximum impact, rotate in the arugula smoothie 3 to 4 times per week. Within 3 days, you'll feel warmer legs. Within 1 week, the cramping will diminish. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice an improvement in walking ability and a reduced fall risk. By the end of 30 days, your circulation will have improved so dramatically that your doctor will be shocked at your next checkup. But consistency is key. You can't just drink beetroot juice for 3 days and expect permanent results. Just like brushing your teeth or taking your medications, this needs to be part of your daily habit. The difference is, this works, and it costs just around $30 a month, much less than prescription medications that come with long lists of side effects. Don't make the critical mistakes I'm about to warn you about. First, don't mix these drinks with food immediately. You need them on an empty stomach for maximum nitrate absorption. Wait 30 minutes before eating. Second, don't use mouthwash right after drinking these nitrate-rich drinks. It kills the bacteria in your mouth that convert nitrates into nitrites. Third, don't expect overnight miracles. You'll feel improvements fast, but full vascular healing takes weeks. Fourth, never stop your prescribed medications without consulting your doctor. These drinks are a solution. Your circulation doesn't have to decline with age. In fact, with the right drinks, it's preventable and reversible. Let's fix this. Drink beetroot juice every morning for 30 days. Your legs will thank you. Your mobility will thank you. Your independence will thank you. By now, you've learned about the top drinks that can radically improve your circulation, and you've already started imagining how you could feel in just a few weeks. So let's take a moment to tie everything together and talk about why this works and why you have to keep going even when the results start to show. The truth is, the circulation problems many people face after 60 are not an inevitable part of aging. They are the result of a nutritional deficiency. We don't get the same natural nitrates in our diet that our grandparents did. They ate beets, leafy greens, and vegetables that were rich in these critical compounds. But today, our diets are stripped of these nutrients by modern farming and processed foods. So we wonder why circulation collapses after 60, but the answer is simple. Our diet no longer provides the raw materials our bodies need. These circulation-boosting drinks I've outlined, beetroot juice, arugula smoothies, celery juice, and others provide your body with exactly what it needs to heal. It's not magic, it's science. By reintroducing nitrates into your diet, you're providing your body with the tools it needs to restore your vascular function. And the results speak for themselves. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't require expensive medications, complex procedures, or long recovery times. It requires only commitment, consistency, and a little bit of preparation. If you stick to this program for just 30 days, you will see visible improvements. Your legs will feel warmer within days. You'll notice the cramping disappearing, the heaviness lifting, and your walking endurance improving. You won't just feel better, you'll feel like yourself again. A month from now, your circulation will be dramatically better. Your blood vessels will be more open, your blood flow will be improved, and your risk of falls will plummet. But it's crucial to understand that this isn't a quick fix. It's a lifestyle change, a shift in how you approach your health. And like any habit that requires real change, it takes time. So here's your challenge. Commit to drinking beetroot juice every morning for 30 days. No excuses. Drink it on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Pair it with a daily hibiscus tea or celery juice. Rotate in an arugula smoothie a few times a week. Track how you feel each day. And at the end of the month, take a photo of your legs and compare them to how they look today. You'll be amazed by what you see. Your skin will look different. The swelling will be reduced. Your legs will have more vibrancy, and you'll feel that new sense of freedom. But I want you to know something. This works. The science is bulletproof. Thousands of clinical studies have proven that nitrate-rich foods and drinks improve blood flow, lower arterial stiffness, and reverse the damage done by years of poor circulation. But the only way you'll experience these results is if you follow through. These drinks aren't just a short-term solution. They're a lifelong strategy for better circulation, and they're far cheaper and safer than any medication you'll find on the market. So, what's next? Start tomorrow. Drink your beetroot juice on an empty stomach and make the commitment to change. Let your legs thank you. Let your independence thank you. And most importantly, let your future self thank you for making this one small decision today that could change everything. Start now. You've got this.